Jen and DJ here with ACHV PEAK, and today we're going to be doing a lower body flexibility routine.
So for this routine, we're going to be doing 16 exercises in total, and we're going to do them all in a row. We're going to do one set of each exercise. Our working time is 60 seconds, our break time is 10 seconds, and there are no extended breaks. During this routine, you may need a chair for 2 to 3 of the exercises, but it is not 100% necessary. If you like this workout, hit that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to join the community at ACHVPEAK.com. Now let's get this stretching. All right, we got about 20 seconds until we get started. Our first movement we're going into is Cossak Squat. So we're going to get a nice wide stance here. From here, what we're going to do is drop down. We're going to stay in this position and then go side to side, trying to stay down. We're not coming up like that. So here we go. Couple seconds. There we go. So drop down, come side to side. Oh god, Jen has to be in sync all the time. This is a go at your own pace too, FYI. You don't have to be in sync with us. Here we go. Remember, we're trying to stay down here, come across, feel everything stretch out in the hips and groin, and then you're going to feel it on the inside of the upper thigh. Here we go. Nice. And so if you need to, you can come up, take a quick break, try to get back down into it. Here we go. You can even try to sit down a little further into it if you want. Start feeling it big time in the hips here. Here we go. If you want, you can have your hands out. You can have them like this. Hey, Bruce. Oh no, that wasn't the plan. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. I'm still doing this, even though you can't see it behind the dog. All right. Next one we're going into is lateral lunges. So we're just going this way, similar to the Cossak Squat, except we are going to come up and then we're going to go back down. Here we go. So we're alternating side to side. This time, try to lean a little bit further forward. Try to feel it stretch out over here. Come up, go back, stretch out, come up. You even kind of reach with the opposite arm. Feel it really stretch out. There we go. Trying to heat everything up real quick before we get into the main event. Here we go. If you need to take a break, that's fine. Just go at your own pace. There we go. Still getting a little sweaty here, huh?
Yeah.
There we go. That means we're warming everything up. I like to stretch when everything's actually warmed up, because if not, I don't really move. Then I look really, really bad. I mean, I already can't really stretch much, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. All right, next we're going into downward dog with calf raise. If you don't want to actually drop all the way down to the ground, you can do your stretches like that instead. So here we go. We're going to go down to the ground here. Sink the chest down. Try to get that upper body and arms in line. And then we're going to alternate left, right. Feeling the calves stretch out. There we go. Again, if this is a little too tough, you could go up to the wall and do that. Get your feet nice and far away. Push into it. If you want, you could do doubles. Try to stretch it out. I just feel like I stretch a lot better when I do singles. If you need to take a break, that's fine. Don't forget to breathe. Stretch it out. Try to go a little further. Remember, active stretching. Trying to push it a little further. Take a little break and then get back into it. Try to stretch a little further. There we go. All right. The next one is quad stretch with the left. So if you need a chair, you can use one. Make sure it's up against something like this. And then from here, foot goes onto there. And then we're going to lean back. If you can grab a hold of it like this, but pretty sure my leg would just kick back down. Make sure that you're also keeping the hips forward. You don't want to sink them back and then bend over. That's going to take all the stretch out of it. So we want to keep the hips kind of pushed forward, lean back, try to bring the heel to the butt. Again, nice and slow. So you can stretch it for a second, push it a little bit past its limit, and then let it relax. Give it a couple seconds, and then push back into it. Hold for as long as you can, and then relax if you want. You're just trying to push it a little bit further, so even as time goes, you'll feel that muscle loosen up, and then you try to sink a little bit deeper into the stretch. Remember to keep those hips forward. We don't want them pushing back or leaning forward. There we go. Switching sides. There we go. Remember, keep the hips forward. There we go. Keep your body, upper body nice and up straight, nice and tall. We don't want to bend forward. My right leg is like 4 to 5 inches more flexible than my left.
Really?
Yep. I can actually get my heel to my butt. Remember, sink a little bit deeper. You'll feel that muscle loosen up, almost like you're not even stretching anymore, and at that moment, you just push. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Hold it there for a second. When it loosens up, push a little further. Remember to stay up nice and tall. Don't forget to breathe. There we go. So next we're going into hip flexor on the left side. So we're going to get on the kneeling position, and then what we're going to do is sink our hips down. What I like to do is, so I have my left leg down on the ground, squeeze that left glute before you even push. You're going to be standing straight up, squeeze that left glute, and then try to push forward into it. You're going to feel it a lot in those hips. Again, you're not leaning forward. We're staying nice and tall here, trying to sink our hips towards that front heel. Push down into it. If you need to take a break, that's fine. Just come out of it. Relax. Push back down. Feel it stretch out. Don't forget to squeeze that glute. Don't forget to breathe. We have about 15 seconds left. Push a little further. Really stretch it out. There we go. We're just switching sides here. Again, sink the hips forward. Squeeze the glute. Should have said that other way. Squeeze the glute, then sink the hips.
You sweating?
Yeah.
You're glistening.
Flexibility is a workout to me. When you're the kind of unflexible I am, it becomes a workout. I'm having to use all of my muscles to push forward. I can't just kind of hang out and stretch. It's pretty sad. Don't forget to breathe. Stay nice and tall. Can't believe you called me out, man. You got my sweat. Need my sweat towel over there. It just means I'm actually performing this how it should be. I'm active stretching.
It means how much you need it.
You're I don't know. You're just over there hanging out in your flexible positions.
I need to breathe. Practicing my breathing so I don't have to sweat as much as you.
Here we go. All right, we're gonna go down into a 90-90. So one leg out in a 90, back leg in a 90 as well. We're gonna lean forward here. Let me get a little sideways so you can see. 90, 90, lean forward. Feel it in the hips. Right here, probably a little bit in the lower back. You can lean more towards that front foot if you want, kind of pull that way, or you can lean more towards the knee. You can push straight. So I have to use my other arm to kind of help push me forwards. You remember the whole oak board? That's about how flexible I am. So this is why I sweat, because I actually have to push myself to get into the position. Don't forget to breathe. Push it. Remember, we're active stretching. Trying to take the muscle a little bit further than it is normally. There we go. Switching sides. So right leg goes forward, knee at a 90. Left leg back, knee still at a 90. And then we're just going to push forward here. Don't forget to breathe. Feel it stretch. Keep pushing. If you need to take a break, that's fine. Bruce is like, yeah, I'll take a break. Sure, let me go to sleep.
Tapped his nose and he's just like kicking
He's like, can I get a pet though?
Sure, he's sleeping. He's in a REM sleep right now.
Freaking Bruce. Couple more seconds. There we go. Our next one, we're going to stay down on the ground here. We're going to go into a butterfly stretch. So, sit up, bring our feet together. Right here, I like to kind of grab my toes and interlock my fingers up under. And then keeping the back straight, try to pull myself forward. So from the side, here we go. On an interlock, and then I try to straighten my back out and then pull myself, because if you're doing this, we're not really stretching the groin at that point, we're just stretching the back. And so I like to tighten that back up, get it nice and straight, and then try to pull myself down. If you're pretty flexible and you can go down pretty far, you can also use your elbows to push at the knees and try to get the knees down to the ground. Don't forget to breathe. Remember, keep that back nice and straight. So right now we're stretching the groin right here. You want to kind of lean to one side, lean to the other. There we go. So next we're going to go into a half pancake with a figure four. So a half pancake is typically like this. What I like to do is take that leg, put it on top, my ankle on top of the knee, and then reach forward and take my hands and put them behind my leg, right above the ankle, and then pull forward. Or you could grab at the sole of your shoe and pull down as well. Again, when you're doing this, make sure that you're not bending your back too much. You're really trying to stretch out the hamstring here. There we go. Don't forget to breathe. There we go. No, we're just switching sides. So sit up nice and tall and then start to bend forward, feeling it in the hamstring. So I like to put my ankle over like this because I feel like it helps stretch out the hamstring because it's putting all the pressure down, and so it's pushing it. If you don't want to do that, you could just do the basic half pancake and then just pull yourself forward. Remember, we're active stretching. We're trying to take it a little further and then allowing it to stretch out. Feel that muscle relax and then keep pushing. We're about 15 seconds left. After this one, we're standing back up. There we go. So we're going to stand up. We're going to do a little split stance hamstring. So the feet are just barely going to be in a split stance, so one in front of the other. The back leg is going to be bent front leg straight, and then we're gonna kind of go down in that RDL position, sinking the butt back, stretching out the hamstring. So if you want, you could bend all the way down and stretch, but when you keep that back nice and straight, it's gonna force everything to happen at the hamstring. Here we go. So you kind of push back a little bit, you can really feel it. If you can't stand, again, you could use the bench here or a chair or whatever, and then still stretch it out like this. But the biggest point is to make sure you're keeping the lower back straight while you're stretching, so you're actually stretching out the hamstring versus just bending over and then just stretching out your lower back. Don't forget to breathe. Jennifer, we're on to you. All right, so we're just switching sides. So left leg is back, bending the left knee, right leg forward, keeping that back straight. If you want, you could put your heel in the air, or not heel in the air, heel down into the ground, toe in the air, and then you're gonna feel it a little bit more in the calf as well. I'm gonna say that on the first one, but then I start going off on the chair business. So when you start to put that toe down, it's really just hamstring only. Pick the toe up, you can really feel it stretch out in the calf as well. Remember to keep that back nice and straight. If you need to take a break, that's fine. Stand up, take a quick little breather, keep the back nice and straight, sink the butt back, feel it stretching the hamstring. And we said your hands have to be down here on your leg. You can put them right here at your hips. There you go. So the next exercise, we're going into a middle split stretch. So we're going to get our feet nice and wide, and then we're just going to slowly try to walk our feet out into a middle split. It may help to have a chair here. So you can have the chair right in front of you just in case you get a little too wide. Take it out like that, stretch it out, hold it for as long as you can, and then if it starts to be a little too painful or whatever, you could always use the chair to pick yourself back up, give it a little break, and then drop back down into it. There we go. So the other thing I like to do when I'm doing this is I'll actually kind of walk forward with my hands and then try to sink my hips forward like that. There we go. And then if you don't have a chair, and it does get a little too tough, all you can do is just bend over and then walk yourself out of that. There you go, try to hold it. Couple seconds left. There we go. And that's how I have to get out of it.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so next we're going into a deep squat sit. So we're going to try to hold it here as long as possible. Feet right at that shoulder width, and then we're just going to sit down into it. Back nice and straight here. Sit as deep as you can. Like I always say, I put my fingers under my toes and then try to pull my butt down into my heels, but trying to keep that back nice and straight. If you want, you can take your hands, put them together, and then push your elbows into the knees. Keep the knees out. Feel it in the groin big time there. So just try to sit here and relax into this. We're going to improve our squat mobility here. So just see how long you can hang out in this position. If you need to, it may help to kind of point your toes just a little bit out to like 11 and 1, or probably not 10 and 2, but 11 and 1 is probably. There we go, a couple seconds. The back nice and straight. Pull the butt down. There we go. Woo! Feel that one big time.
Nice and
right in the hips.
now.
There we go. All right. Flexibility routine is finished. Hope you liked this video. If you did,
Smash that like button.
smash the like button.
You're
You're definitely relaxed. You said you were relaxed. All right. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel and be sure to join the community at ACHV PEAK.com. See you guys.